Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Let's do a reaction to a reaction video by Zach Rios. Let's see the living crisis in the US. And as a dude living in the Philippines, I will give my own opinion about how it compares to my living situation. Let's see.
So, a quick question. How are we affording to buy clothes?
This is how much we spend in a month living in Raleigh, North Carolina.
I just need somebody else to tell me that they're living paycheck to paycheck.
So now that we're nearing the end of 2025, which alone is a pretty crazy thing to say, it feels like this year has gone by very quickly. I thought we should take a look at some people dealing with the high cost of living, because basically nothing has changed ever since I started making videos on this channel. We just have statistics and reports coming out non-stop that everything is increasing in price, while simultaneously the US dollar is going down in value. We are going to go over a lot: housing prices, rent, car prices, groceries, salaries, really anything that you could think of, along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. So let's just start off with a clip that echoes what a lot of people are feeling right now.
I'm about to lose everything.
Yeah, so here in the Philippines, I think it's not so bad. I mean, we still gotta pay for goods and services, but the goods, you can buy them very cheap because we still got stuff coming in from China or other countries that provide cheap shit like clothes or tools you need, computer stuff, etc. We still have the option to buy cheap stuff.
And I don't know what else to do besides come up here and vent, because I'm at wit's end. For like over half a year, maybe a year now, I have been struggling to pay all my bills on time. And when I first moved into this apartment 5 years ago, that wasn't an issue at all. When it comes to monthly bills in general, my bills aren't as high as a lot of people who I know are struggling and making it happen. So I feel ashamed sometimes as a man or as a person that I can't come up with the bills. It's frustrating.
I probably could make an entire separate video of people feeling the same way in the age range of mid-20s to 30s, even early 40s, because when all of us were much younger, we thought that going to school and getting a college degree basically put us on easy street. You'll get your six-figure nice cushy job, you get a house, start a family, maybe a couple of nice cars, go on a vacation or two every year, and live a pretty nice life. And unfortunately, that's just not the reality for most right now. We have a
No, it's not the reality. The student loan debt is kind of messed up in my opinion. I'm not a very smart kid growing up. I was shit at math, can't do trigonometry and even the advanced algebra, so I hated that shit. Anything numbers, I hate it. I don't know, I think I got some trauma when I was in elementary. My teacher asked me to memorize the multiplication table and I wasn't able to do it because I was absent the previous day. So what happened? The teacher freaking hit my hands with a stick, bro. But yeah, anyway, I only completed 2 years in college, got into an IT job, and yeah, was very lucky. I'm now able to do what I'm good at. At least I'm not really good at. I'm at least competent with my current work.
comment from you guys that goes along with this. This is why my 27-year-old son still lives at home. I don't care. He could stay forever if he wants. I can't remember exactly what video it was previously, but we watched a clip where new construction builds were being advertised as multi-generational housing now, because even the developers knew that it was so unaffordable that you're going to need to live with your parents and grandparents just to have housing in the future. I mean, it feels dystopian. And because of these awful prices, the salaries that people want to feel comfortable in life just keep rising as well.
Let's talk salaries. How much would you need to earn to feel financially secure? 1 in 4 Americans say $150,000 or more. That's according to a new survey from Bankrate, and that's almost twice the salary of the average.
I forgot to mention, when I was in college, I only paid $3 per semester, or $4 during that time, $4 per semester, because it was a public community college, so it wasn't very expensive, and yeah, I just gotta pay a small amount. So yeah, that city was in Parañaque City. Also here in the Philippines, you don't need for your college to apply to a call center. Having a call center job makes you, a little bit better in life. Your life's a bit more comfortable. Working for an American company or any international company, that's a little bit better. I mean, I would advise the younger guys in the Philippines to look for a company, to work for a non-Filipino company, because the pay is better with international companies.
Full-time worker. Bankrate says only 29% of Americans believe the American dream can happen for them.
And in today's world, where most couples work full-time, you're talking about $300,000 a year then? Just to be able to feel comfortable, not to buy the super yacht and then the beach house and all these super expensive luxuries, just so you don't feel that financial stress. Another comment here, I'm in Texas, and the only way we're making it is because there are 5 working adults in the home. But that's not something everyone could do. Kinda goes well with what I said before with the multi-generational housing being built. And as I like to add into these types of videos, of course, I'm American and most of my viewers are as well. This is not just a US problem. This is happening all over the world as well.
Everyone's leaving New Zealand. Costs too much to live here now, which is quite ironic because a lot of people actually want to leave, but they can't because they don't earn enough. But
Damn, really? New Zealand? I thought this country was top 5 least corrupt country in the world. I guess that doesn't really affect the cost of living there, eh?
they want to leave because they don't earn enough, but they can't because they don't earn enough. And then I saw on the news that apparently we should be thankful. We should be thankful because we live in such a beautiful country. They were saying how it's all lush and green. And it doesn't mean that much if you are looking at the possibility of actually having to live out in those trees that are lush and green because you can't afford to pay your rent. Plus, it's always raining. It's just always raining. And then you see on the news, they're also like, oh, there's a rise of depression. So people are feeling like there's no option. I wonder what's the cause. But anyway, according to the New Zealand Herald, we should be thankful for living here. We should be thankful because it's so lush and green, you know. It makes all that extra rent and power cost and petrol and the tax they slam at you in every direction. Just makes it all worthwhile when you look outside and see green trees and that, you know.
So typically you hear about this a lot in Europe as well, and some people's solution is to move to lower cost areas around the country. However, when those areas start getting popular with foreigners, the cost of living rises there as well, which in turn prices you out, and it's a game of cat and mouse having to constantly move, I guess. There's basically no winning this game.
I just need somebody else to tell me that they're living paycheck to paycheck and putting themselves into credit card debt out of necessity, not because of...
Hopefully I'm not to brag, but yeah, I was like that 8 years ago. But after saving, you know, as much as I can in my salary and not spending it all on some stupid shit or luxury shit, right now I'm in a better place. I have some emergency funds saved up, and yeah, there's some money still remains after spending the necessities or spending money on the necessities. But yes, again, I live in a shithole country called the Philippines, so everything is much cheaper here compared to the US.
I am 28 years old. I work a decent paying job. I love my job. I make good income. We have no kids, me and my fiance, and we're still barely scraping by. Our bills are paid, but we can't save any money. We can't go on vacation. I mean, we do little things here and there, but realistically, we don't really
Migrate here to the Philippines, that's the answer, and buy a 2 million peso house. So that's 34,000 USD. When you get here, buy local goods like food, clothes, anything you need. I can buy pants here for $5. There's a slight chance it could have been owned by a dead guy since it's secondhand. But yeah, it won't smell bad. It got washed already by the seller. Yeah. What's the minimum price in the US for a pair of jeans? Let me know in the comments.
do anything, and we still live paycheck to paycheck, okay? I don't understand how people with kids are doing this. Props to y'all. I mean, seriously, the utmost respect, because I feel like I'm drowning and I only have cats. Any money that we're able to save ends up getting spent on the car, or the cat has to go to the vet, or one of us has a medical emergency. Like, it's just gone. It's gone. I don't understand. We don't live beyond our means. Are we all just collectively putting ourselves into debt because I don't know what else to do.
So even with the videos that I make on this channel, people getting into terrible credit card debt, living above their means, overspending, overconsumption, I do definitely see a rise in clips like this, where people are getting into debt because of the necessities. They're not going out and buying a Louis Vuitton bag for thousands of dollars. They have to go use Klarna for groceries, or they just won't eat. And like she said, they don't even have kids. That adds in even more bills that people can't afford. We have a screenshot here. How much daycare costs across America. Most expensive counties for the 5 years of daycare up to kindergarten. Arlington, Virginia being number one at almost $150,000. I mean, everything on this list is over 6 figures. And this is just for somebody to look after your kid while you're doing your full-time job. No other expenses included. Food, clothing, doctor's visits, anything like that. It's not surprising that the birthing rates are plummeting.
So a quick question.
Bill Gates don't want you to have kids. Just don't have kids. The only people that should have kids are the millionaires. Billionaires should have 100 kids. Trillionaires should have 1,000 kids, because they are the only people that can afford kids. So just give them the responsibility of replacing the population, because they can afford it. Middle class people cannot afford it.
How are we affording to buy clothes? I'm at a shopping center, okay? I had to go to the Apple store to get my computer fixed. They fixed it for free. But while I was waiting for my computer to get fixed, I decided to wander around the stores. And I was thinking to myself, I could use a new pair of jeans. Like, I can treat myself to a new...
Yo, just talking about jeans earlier. Let's see the price.
New pair of jeans. $150.
What? Is that for real? As I said before, $5 here to buy a pair of jeans. $3 if it's second hand from a dead guy. God damn, bro. God damn. In Philippine money, that's already 7,500. Bro, that's our grocery for 2 weeks. Golly. That's crazy.
Dollars for a pair of pants. The clearance pants are $100. How are we affording to buy clothes? How are we affording to buy clothes? I went in multiple stores. Maybe I'm just out of touch. Call me a boomer if you must, but I don't feel like I'm crazy for saying that pants probably should not be $150. I just am not understanding. I need to know, like, is there somewhere else that I should be looking? I don't shop for myself very much, so I could be out of touch, but this is wild.
So this is one of the reasons why basically everything you see me wear in these videos I found at thrift stores. Along with the fact that I can't justify paying a ton of money for clothing because I just always end up wrecking it. One way or another, something gets a stain on it or ripped, whatever, and I would just lose it if I end up paying $150 for a pair of jeans and they get wrecked immediately. But I kind of had a similar experience a few months ago when I went into the Levi jeans store. I know that they're a pretty popular brand, but I wouldn't say that they're luxury until I looked at a normal plain old pair of blue jeans that were $100 before tax, and where I live it's 7%. I really just don't know how people are doing it right now.
It is literally impossible to buy a house right now.
Yes. For Americans, yes. My suggestion, get your money, sell your stuff, move here to the Philippines, and just migrate here, bro. That's it. You know, everybody speaks English here. Most people can easily get your way around here because of that. Houses are very cheap for US citizens because of the conversion. Just move here, bro. If you're a good person, following the rules, you don't want any trouble, you're a peaceful person, you can live here. And yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Please like or comment your thoughts. See you on the next one.